Hello friends, this is Ricky Chadha from Astro Healer. So on the 10th of August, ultimately we are coming out of the Angara Kyo. So is everything fine now? Is there nothing to worry? We should not forget that there are two planets going retrograde, Saturn and Jupiter. And this Saturn is going to be retrograde till the 23rd of October. And in case of Jupiter, it shall remain retrograde till the 24th of November. Meanwhile, you will also see there are few other transits and some aspect that is forming, which clearly indicates that there is trouble, especially with the market, with banking sector, with politics, and whatever has been triggered due to the Angara Kyo, don't think it will come to an end. It will stop. It will still have the impact for a longer period of time. But yes, situation would be a little better as far as what you have seen of lightning, fire and accidents will go a little slow. And as I told you that now Saturn retrograde, Jupiter retrograde having an aspect on Venus till the 31st of August shall also will create some events, maybe in the film industry, music industry, people associated with a hotel industry, musicians, and so on. Now this we need to wait and watch what we are yet to witness. My today's video is about Mars now getting into the sign of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. The nakshatra is going to be Kritika, and Mars, which represents vitality, physical strength, stamina, dedication, willpower. It represents military, soldier, warriors, builders, engineers, people who are associated with the real estate. It also talks about technology and engineering. Now Taurus is a very fixed sign. It is a very earthy sign. Mars is going to have a very concrete, very fixed, very rigid ideas over here. This you are going to see till Mars remains in this sign till the 16th of October. But what impact it will create being in the sign of Taurus on various lagnas and various rashis, that is what I'm going to talk about in this video. So let us begin. Let us start with the first sign, Aries. For the sign of Aries, Mars naturally rules the first house and the 8th house, and shall be in the second house. So from second, it will have an aspect on the 5th house, 8th house and the 9th house. In such situation, you will see Mars is going to make you very blunt, straightforward. Your communication would be very harsh, and there could be some clashes in your family. You will also see certain ups and downs in your finances as well. For student, yes, I would say we'll have a good time. There will be concentration. You will do very well with your studies. You will also find that your energy is very much charged up, and you will have that energy to achieve any task given to you, especially the students. Married people will see some support coming from your in-laws. Maybe you also plan for a religious trip. You may go to a pilgrimage, because Mars having an aspect on the ninth house as well. Talking about the next sign, Taurus. Now for Taurus, Mars rules your 7th house and the 12th house, and shall be in your Lagna. From Lagna, it will look at the 4th house, 7th house and the 8th house, in which case new opportunities will come, and especially from the foreign land, because if we talk about the 12th house, it's all about foreign land. Married people could have a very graceful time. You will have support of your mother. Profit and gains from the sale or purchase of a property could be witnessed by you. Yes, there could be some loss. Expenses would be very high. You need to save money. You need to be very careful when you are dealing with people. You have to make sure that your documentation and all the other required agreements and contracts are well in place. For Taurus people, it's a very good time to have getting into a wedlock. It's a good time if you are looking for a proposal. Marriage is on card. If you're already married, you will see that your spouse is going to support you. Yes, because Mars is having an aspect on the 8th house. Be a bit careful with accidents, injuries. Drive very slowly or carefully, because there are chances that while you are traveling, you may meet an accident. Next sign is Gemini. Now for Gemini people, Mars rules your 6th house and the 11th house. And now it's going to be in the 12th house. From 12th house, it will look at the 3rd house, it will look at the 6th house and the 7th house. You are getting good support from your younger sibling. If you have been suffering from some health issues, this is not the time to ignore it now. Instead, you must go for a checkup, get the checkup done properly, because Mars may make you or bring up some illness for you. Now, this is going to make you a little more dominant in nature. There would be some unnecessary, uncalled for ego in you, and you may get into some clashes with your relatives, with your partner. You will see some ups and downs in relationship. You need to pay extra attention towards your married life. Married life could take a very ugly turn as well. For Cancer people, Mars rules your 5th house and the 10th house, and it is going to travel into your 11th house. From 11th, it's going to look at the 2nd house, 5th house and the 6th house. So for Cancer people, the transit is going to be good. All your desires, your wants would be fulfilled. You will enjoy the result of your hard work. All that efforts that you have put into your work will now show you results. If you are into the field of real estate, engineering, or you are into the armed force, defense, I see a favorable transfer, a promotion, an increment, and so on. It's a very good time for students. Your concentration would be quite good. You will have energy, and this is the time now you should start prepare for your examination, especially if you are giving any competitive exams. From health point of view, if you have been suffering from some disease, This is the time when you will start recuperating from your disease. You will improve in your health. This is the time that many of your dreams, your desires will be fulfilled. So it's time to enjoy your life. It's a very good transit for people who are of Cancer or Cancer Lagna or Cancer Rashi. Next is Leo. Now for Leo, Mars rules your 4th house and the 9th house. Domestic happiness, 9th house is your luck and shall be in the 10th house. Positioned in the 10th house. From there, it's looking at your Lagna, your 4th house and the 5th house. Wow. I'm saying wow because this is a great time, lot of benefits in your professional life. You will be loaded with new opportunities and very authoritative posts that will be offered to you. If you are in the field of healthcare, especially if you are into if you are a surgeon, you are into surgery, real estate, and if you are into defense, this is a very good period for you. Positive changes can be also seen in your physical health and even in your personality. If you are a student, maybe you will be a little disturbed due to sudden distraction, and you have to be a little cautious because you have to put your mind, otherwise your studies are going to get disturbed. Overall, I can say it's a very, very excellent period for Leo. Next sign is Virgo. For Virgo, Mars rules the 3rd house and the 8th house and shall be traversing in your 9th house. Now from 9th house, it's going to look at the 12th house, 3rd house and the 4th house. Due to this transit, you can have certain benefits from your father or from a fatherly figure or maybe from your guru. You can say your professor, your teacher, whatever it is. You may have a desire or inclination to go to a pilgrimage place, a religious place. Now, benefit is coming from the father, but yet there can be some conflict also with the father. There would be unexpected expenses that can take place. You will have a support from your younger sibling. Health of your mother can stress you out. Next sign is Libra. For Libra, Mars rules your 2nd house and the 7th house and shall be in the 8th house. Now from 8th, it is looking at the 11th house, 2nd house and 3rd house. Now Mars is all set into the 8th house. It has the energy of the 8th house. Challenging period, challenging time for Librans. All of a sudden, things will happen and will give you mental pressure. Mars aspecting the 11th house will certainly give you some financial ups and downs. So there will be gain also, but there will be some losses as well. Mars having an aspect on the 2nd house will make you very commanding, very harsh, very authoritative in your communication. But you should be very watchful, very careful about what you speak because that may harm your relationship as well. You need to be a little alert while traveling because Mars in the 8th house can give you a sudden injury, accident or any sudden event you will witness. Next sign is Scorpio. For Scorpio, Mars is a ruler of your 1st house and the 6th house and shall be traversing from your 7th house. From 7th, it will look at your 10th house, it will look at your Lagna and the 2nd house. This placement of Mars will make you very dominant, aggressive, hot-tempered. It can also cause some ego clashes and arguments with your partner. So you have to be extra careful in relationship, especially with your spouse. The aspect of Mars on the 10th house will give you a very good result in terms of your profession. Even if you have a partner doing something in your partnership, the partnership also will be very favorable. Yes, you need to be a little cautious about your health and control your diet, see what you're eating, when are you eating, and what are you eating. Next sign is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, it is ruling your 5th house and the 12th house and shall be traversing in your 6th house. Now Mars in the 6th house, yes, in the 3rd, 6th and 11th, it gives you good results. From 6th house, it is looking at the 9th house, 12th house and your Lagna. This time is favorable for you from health point of view. Your enemies will be destroyed. They will not be able to do any harm to you. Students who are preparing for competitive exams will have very successful time. Mars aspect on the 9th, 12th and 11th house promises a long distance travel. So it's having 9th, 12th, and the 1st house. Overall, it's a very beneficial time for you. Luck is in favor. The only thing I would request is, whatever you have in life, you must show gratitude. You must always thank God for what you have, instead of complaining what you do not have. So this will bring some positivity into you. Next is Capricorn. Now Capricorn, Mars rules your 4th house and your 11th house. Now these are both houses, domestic happiness and fulfillment of desires. Shall be traversing in the 5th house and it is going to look at the 8th house, 11th house and the 12th house. It's a very good time to achieve any of your goals. You will have lot of energy, lot of courage, lot of determination. You only have to put it in the right direction. Good period for you. Even for people who are into research work, or if you are into occult science, it's a favorable time for you. Mars aspect on the 11th you'll see that it will create a good opportunity at your workplace as well. So this is really a very good time for you at your workplace. Mars transit will also bring in some chances of your promotion increment. You need to pay attention towards your kids, because Mars is in the 5th house. Maybe your kids will have a little hard time and you need to handle them properly. Maybe they may cause some behavioral issues also. You have to show patience. Relax for some time. Don't be very impulsive and don't react. Next sign is Aquarius. For Aquarius, Mars rules your 3rd house and the 10th house and shall be traversing in your 4th house. Now here, from the 4th house, it is looking at your 7th house of your spouse, partnership, business, 10th house of your karma, 11th house, fulfillment of desire. This clearly shows that because Mars represents your brother, it's a significant role of your brother, you will get an opportunity to spend some quality time with your brother. 4th house represents mother, motherland, real estate and so on. It's possible that your mother at this time could be little dominating over you. Mars is also aspecting the 7th house, so you will be a little possessive, controlling over your life partner. You will also experience the increase of flow of activities in your life now, especially at your workplace. You will get more opportunity to act now. You may have some more clients, more customers, more assignments, and so on. Some sort of a change at your workplace also can be seen. So maybe you will make some changes in your office or at your workplace. Maybe you will be made to sit somewhere else, or you may desire to go and sit somewhere else. Now let us talk about the last sign, that is Pisces. Now for Pisces, Mars rules the 2nd and the 9th house and shall be in your 3rd house. From 3rd it will look at your 6th house, 9th house and the 10th house. There are chances that you may indulge yourself into some hobby, some creative work. Maybe you will like to cook, or some you may take up some artistic work in your hand. You will have a lot of courage because 3rd house is all about courage, stamina and so on. You will be high with your energy. Health wise, your energy will be high, so you're going to remain quite fit. You will be able to recover from your past illness as well. You will be very much inclined towards religious and occult activities as well. If you are thinking, planning of learning astrology, it's a very good time. Now when I say astrology, it could be tarot, numerology, or any occult science. So friends, this was all about the all 12 lagnas or all 12 rashis I have spoken about pertaining to the transit of Mars. If you did like this video, give it a like, click on the notification bell icon as well, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't still. Thank you.